Our students know this. We want to welcome our distinguished guests this afternoon. This is not a typical day here at South Oldham Middle School. We are participating in our school-wide Relay for Life, and so we have our sixth graders who just came in from the track, so they're nice, hot, and smelly, and so it's typical middle school fashion. And this is a challenge coming into a dignified ceremony from all the excitement that's happening here. I want to just share a few brief comments. We've got a few students wondering what we're doing here today. This is a very special ceremony. It's a very special day for South Oldham Middle School and our entire school community. We get an opportunity to recognize one of our very finest educators, one of the finest educators not only here at South Oldham Middle School, but I truly believe across the nation, and that's Mr. Bob Parker. Today we have representatives from WHS 11 TV and KU LG&E Corporation who sponsor an Excel in Teaching Award each year. And this year, Mr. Bob Parker is the 2013 WHS TV 11 LG&E KU Excel Award winner. So Bob, congratulations. For those of you that are keeping track, okay, this ceremony will move rather quickly. We should conclude somewhere around 1:45. But at this time, what I want to do is turn the program over to one of our distinguished guests, and he's from WHS 11 TV. You probably have seen him. You will get to see today's presentation tonight on the news on WHS 11 at 5:20, and then they'll also put it on their website, so everyone will have an opportunity to see the very best of South Oldham Middle School. But at this time, I want to introduce Mr. Gary Rodemeyer.
Well, we're just thrilled to be here at South Oldham Middle School. This is a terrific school in a great community, and I've been doing this award now since 1989, about 24 years, and sometimes when we walk out of this kind of ceremony and assembly and we've honored a great school teacher, those of us in the TV business or the utility business or in government have that sense and feeling that this is the best thing that we do. And I just want to let you know that we are delighted to be here to honor a great educator today, the one teacher chosen in Oldham County this year to receive the Excel Award. The Excel, as I said, has been a long and fulfilling journey. In 1989, we started a program to search for great public school teachers, and then through the power of our television station to tell the world about their accomplishments. The Golden Apple, which you see here before you, is the symbol of excellence, and today we come to present the Excel to a very special teacher, a band director who brings the sound of music to South Oldham Middle School. And for Bob Parker, I understand he can start with most students like at the very beginning. For instance, they would say, how do I put this instrument together? That is the first step on the journey in Mr. Parker's room to making music. Fortunately, that classroom is a place where it's okay to occasionally make some pretty ugly musical sounds and still feel good about it. But in this place, with Mr. Parker's help, the students can improve at what he calls an alarming rate. But there is nothing alarming about the outcome. The South Oldham Middle School band program is recognized for excellence throughout the region. The number of band students during Bob's tenure has tripled in number here, and I understand they're about to add a musical wing to the building just to accommodate that. And the bands are consistently recognized as distinguished in their performances. But that's just part of the story. Because Bob teaches his students to be not only excellent musicians, but he also teaches them excellent life skills as well. We are excited to return to Oldham County with this golden apple because this is a community that understands the value of this award and its enduring values, the value of great teachers. As one letter of nomination wrote, the WHAS Excel Award is a big deal. It is reserved for the best of the best in the teaching profession, and nobody is more deserving than Bob Parker. And to Bob, if you would come forward, congratulations. I want to honor you and tell you you are truly a treasure for the students and the educational community of South Oldham Middle School. Congratulations. You know, Bob, one good thing about being a performer is I've had teachers walk up here and receive the Excel Award and they really don't know what to do. But you took a bow. You know how to react. Congratulations. Now, that's just half of the Excel Award. We have something else that's equally as exciting in a band program that can always use a little infusion of extra money. And please welcome, representing LG&E KU, our local utility company, Cheryl Williams.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today at South Oldham Middle School, and I especially appreciate the opportunity to acknowledge one of your teachers here, someone who has earned this Excel Award, obviously. Gary's remarks were spot on. One of the things that Gary mentioned was how much he and others before him have, others who participated in this enjoy coming out here. And I have to tell you that I share this opportunity with two other people in my department. And we pretty much fight over who's going to get to go to which ones and get to go and present the check and be part of the celebration. We fight over it because we enjoy it so much. And as you can imagine, it's a lot of fun for us to come out here, see all of you all, see this excitement, this enthusiasm. You know, I get to leave from here and go back to a dull office and sit before a computer and write articles for the rest of the day. So this is the highlight of my day today. One of the things that I would like to mention about Mr. Parker is when I was reading his application, he talked about how he wants to make every student feel welcome in his classroom. And I'm sure many of you all have felt that, and you feel the passion that he has for what he's teaching you. What I'm especially happy to do today is let him know that while he reaches into your very souls and makes you realize that you can be the best, that he too is the best. And this award, this apple that he received, and the check that I'm about ready to present to him are examples of the fact that he has achieved something that not very many people achieve, and he is among the best teachers. So Mr. Parker, if you'll come forward, please. I'd like to present a check on behalf of LG&E and KU for $1,000 for Mr. Parker to use in his classroom.
Okay, now the gig is, that's the one you can put on the, you know, I don't know, put it on the easel. This is the one you can frame. And then my understanding is there's also one you can cash. All right, we're in business. Now please welcome, with special recognition from Oldham County, the Judge Executive, David Vogel. David?
I love having an opportunity to be at this program and be in a school and see all the smiling and happy faces here today. When I was in 7th grade, I asked my mother and my father if I could be in the school band where I attended. I'm from a small town in Minnesota, and we had a small school band. And our band director was actually the man in town who owned the musical instrument store, and he sold the instruments as well as conducted the band. So they agreed, and in my heart of hearts, I had a kettle drum in mind as what I wanted to play. But when Mr. Wenzel came to my house, he put these instruments on the floor, and my father said, "Well, what is that?" And he said, "Well, that's a flute." And my father said, "What about that one over there?" He said, "Well, that's a French horn." I said, "How much is that French horn?" He said, "Well, that's $325. Well, so he had another one there, and he said, "What's that?" The man said, "That's a brass clarinet." My dad said, "How much is that?" He said, $50. He said, "We'll take that one." So that's what I played when I was in school, and I had a lot of fun, and I've forgotten how to play now. I wish I still remembered, but I'm so thankful for Mr. Parker and all the kids who enjoy music, both singing and playing. It's a wonderful way to spend time in school, and I hope you'll stay with the skill as you get older and not let it slip. I'm happy today to be here on behalf of the 60,000 people who live in Oldham County, and that includes each of you and your parents, to present Mr. Parker with a proclamation, and I'd like to read it here now. To all whom these letters shall come, greetings. Know ye that whereas Robert Parker has distinguished himself in the profession of middle school band director, and whereas the Excel Award has been bestowed upon Robert Parker as an example and representative of the outstanding teaching profession in Oldham County, now therefore I, David Vogel, Judge Executive of Oldham County, here do by proclaim May 17th, 2013 as Robert Parker and Excellence in Education Classroom Teaching Day in Oldham County, and I urge everyone to observe and honor Mr. Parker every day, but particularly today. So Mr. Parker, would you come up?
Good afternoon, Dragons. How are you guys doing this afternoon? Good? All right. I want to join with everyone else in congratulating Mr. Parker. My name is Will Wells, by the way. I'm your superintendent of schools, in case you didn't know. I used to work here at South Oldham Middle School, began here 17 years ago. And when the winner of the Excel Award was announced, I was so glad to see that it was Mr. Parker, because I remember when I was an assistant principal here and Mr. Parker was hired 17 years ago. Believe it or not, Mr. Parker had hair back then. Just a little on the sides, but he had hair. And mine wasn't gray, so I mean, both of us have changed over the years. But when you get to work in Oldham County, as I have been blessed to do the past 17 years, you get to work with exceptional, tremendous educators. And the best part about being superintendent, I have found this year, being my first year, is that I get to travel throughout the county, be in all 10 of our elementary schools, all 4 middle schools, all 3 high schools, our alternative school, our preschool, our career center, and I get to see the level of expertise of our teachers, the engagement of our students, and it's a tremendous opportunity, but not everybody outside of Oldham County gets to experience what I get to experience. And so we are so thankful for WHAS 11 and LG&E KU for sponsoring an award like this so that we can recognize, I think, one who stands apart from exceptional teachers in Oldham County. And so I'm so glad to have them here today and to recognize Mr. Parker. And I know he's taught many of you because he has so many students in band, and then he teaches music. If you have had Mr. Parker as a teacher so far during your time here at South Oldham Middle School, please raise your hand. That's a bunch of you. How many of you are in band? That's a bunch of you. How many of you know how wonderful of a teacher Mr. Parker is? You can clap for that one. When some of you may know that my kids go to school here, they're 6th graders, Anna and John, and I was so glad that they were going to have the opportunity to come to school at such a tremendous school, and I was so glad that John chose to have band, because when you're a parent, you know how important it is for your kids to be exposed to the types of tremendous people that we have in our schools, and do something that I was never able to do, which was learn how to play an instrument. The time I have been able to spend in Mr. Parker's class, I have learned so much more about music, and it helps me appreciate how wonderful of a teacher he is, because I was not able to have a music teacher like you have. And so take advantage of that opportunity, learn to appreciate the depth and the richness that you can experience by having an appreciation for music. It's something that I think sets our district, our county apart, is that we understand that and we appreciate that that's a big part of what it means to have a successful school system, is to have teachers like Mr. Parker. So at this point, I think the next part of our program, we're going to have our choir perform a number under the direction of Miss Kelsey Edlin. So please welcome our choir.
She My name is Gail Johnson. I'm an assistant to Dr. Wells at the central office here in Crestwood. Before I introduce the next speaker, I want to take just a brief moment and give a special thanks to the folks who sponsor this event. Were it not for Gary Rodemeyer and WHS TV 11 and Cheryl Williams and her company, LG&E KU, we would not be here today. So I want to personally thank them on behalf of Dr. Wells and the school district for their long 24-year stint of service in recognizing excellence in teaching throughout the Louisville metro area. And thanks to them for including Oldham County in this very special event. Thank you, guys. Our next presenter this afternoon is Senator Ernie Harris. Senator Harris has probably more years than he would like to admit to in excellent service to Oldham County in the Kentucky State Senate, and we're especially glad to have him with us today as part of this ceremony. Senator Harris.
It was probably about 20 plus years ago. I was sitting up there in one of those seats when my son was in the band here. That was before your time, Bob, but I have fond memories of sitting up with my brand new camcorder recording the entire event. But I'm here to, quite frankly, recognize a has-been. I mean, Bob, quite frankly, you are a has-been. You have been dedicated to your students, to your profession. You're an effective leader. You have been a national board certified teacher. You have been the outstanding Kentucky music teacher twice. And even though he's a has-been, with every has-been I've remembered, there's always a will be. And that's what excites me about Bob. Bob will continue to be an effective leader. He will continue to be a great role model and an influence. And even though, Bob, I joke about you being a has-been, I'm excited about the will-be's in your future and for these students and the ones that aren't here yet, because you will continue to have a great influence on the lives of hundreds and hundreds of students in your tenure. And on behalf of the Kentucky State Senate, I have a citation that has been signed by the Senate President and myself, and I will not read it in the interest of time. But congratulations, Bob, on being a has-been and a will-be. I told you I was going to take time.
One of the other presenters today was supposed to be Representative David Osborne, but his schedule took him out of town today. Mr. Osborne represents Oldham County in the Kentucky House of Representatives. So Mr. Osborne did send a very nice citation, and let me just read you the first sentence of that. It says, the Kentucky House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Kentucky hereby offer sincere congratulations to Robert Parker upon being named a deserving recipient of the prestigious WHS TV LG&E KU Excel Award. So another important certificate to hang on his wall. He may have to enlarge his house and build a new room now to put all of his awards. Congratulations.
Wow. I was not expecting all of that. First of all, I'd like to, and I'll be brief, I wanted to thank the Oldham County Educational Foundation. They do so much for the arts and the music programs in Oldham County. I wanted to thank WHS 11 and LG&E and KU for sponsoring. It's been a very good experience, very reflective. This all started with a happy accident. As you all know, I broke my kneecap earlier this school year, and I was sitting at home, and I had about 6 weeks, and was, it was really cool for about a week and a half, and then it was, I started just doing stuff, and I wrote an article for a magazine and worked on the Excel Award and things like that. It's quite a bit of writing, so that was great. I wanted to thank the support of my lovely wife and family, and the support that we get from our church, and just so many wonderful people that make what I do very easy for me. I also wanted to thank the school community. I've been teaching here for 17 years now. When I started teaching here, there was not a stoplight out here. There was a 4-way stop sign. And the bypass wasn't in. There was no fast food restaurants in town. So have seen the area grow quite a bit, but it also maintains this sort of it's just a cool family, small town feel about it that I really, really like. And the administration at this school, I'm on my 3rd principal now, has always been very supportive of the band program, and they asked me what I needed and have almost always got me everything that I need in order to be successful, and I wanted to thank all you guys very much. So thank you all so much. I appreciate it.